He says, also, is it true the real reason you and Tully gave notice is because you really wanted to go back to WCW to work a long program with the Ding Dongs?
You know what?
Oh, man.
I would have did a 2 out of 3 falls every TV show for a month to get to go back to WCW.
With the Ding Dongs, you would have worked a year-long program.
2 out of 3 falls every week. Been just fine.
That tells you where Arn Anderson was at that point in his life, if nothing else.
Mentally, physically, everything, I was completely drained. So it was, in those days and times, and that was a hard place to work, man. You know,
It sounds like it, man.
You know, you hear about guys, you know, smoking dope and drinking, you know, taking pills and shit. Some of that stuff, you know, I never was a pill head because I had no tolerance for any of that stuff. You know, I bet I could take a 5 milligram Valium and sleep 2 days. I just didn't have a threshold for it. So I didn't take it. But I could see why guys had to do some stuff to you know, because the thing was, here's one of those things that you may not think it's a big deal, but try it for 3 months. When you're on towards the end of the show, especially if you're on last, and you got to go back to the hotel, even if you're staying in that town, you're not going to get back to your hotel till probably 12:30. Every morning we had a 6 a.m. flight. That's a 4 o'clock wake up. If you stay at the airport and around that area, that's you know, do the math. If you're in your room at 12:30, you're probably 1:30 getting to sleep. Up at 3:30.
That
4
sounds
o'clock.
awful.
4 o'clock, because you had to be there at 5:15 for a 6 o'clock flight, because all the guys were checking in. You know, you had to go through security. Man, it was a hard life, and I'm not kidding you. So if you had to do whatever, suck down a 6-pack, burn a doobie, take a pill, whatever it was, you were trying to crowd in and get that 2.5, 3 hours of sleep. And day after day, when you'd be out on a 12-day run, my friend, it would wear you out, beat you up.
Sounds miserable, dude.
It was
miserable.
It was miserable. And if you were on top making $600,000 a year, $700,000, $1 million a year, you could do some things to make your life a little easier, you know? You could charter a plane if you wanted to. We weren't making that kind of money. You know, we were the rent-a-car guys driving to every town and 2 to a room and all the things you had to do to send your money home.
Bring on the Malkies, bring on the Ding Dongs, bring them all on. Arn wanted out is the bottom line.